So what I'm trying to figure out now is the topper that I'm going to be putting on here. I'll be reupholstering these, but I just need to put them in here because I need to make sure that this topper piece will fit over top of these. I've refinished hundreds of pieces of furniture over the years. This time, I'm taking those same skills on the road, literally. In this RV renovation series, I'm priming and painting everything from the walls and cabinets to the refrigerator and adding peel and stick flooring, backsplash, and wallpaper, all with a furniture refinisher's focus on prep and durability. You'll see what worked, what I'd do differently, and how to get great results, even in a small space. So I ordered these shelves from Amazon. It's supposed to be a set of 3 pieces, and I'm hoping 2 of the 3 will work for me. And I'm gonna have to cut them down in width. I think I was gonna go like this. It's also nice to have it secured underneath there. Let's try this one over here. Now, how is that if I want to sit up against it? That one might be better, actually. So it doesn't stick out as far, that one. I am measuring, and I am about 41 inches. I'm going to add a little bit of tape so that when I cut this on my miter saw, I'm cutting through tape. The reason I'm cutting this end is because this is the end that will go against the wall. And I can disguise that cut and keep this end clean. And we have our cut. So that is going to go against the wall, and this end will be exposed. So on this side, I'm using the slightly shallower, the shallowest actually, of all of the shelves. And I want to go wall to wall. I want to go right to this edge because there's no point in stopping it a little bit short. So now this is 41 and a half. I need to cut this edge. So I'm going to measure in from this side, 41 and a half. I'm just actually going to put the tape right in the middle. Again, the tape is just to get a nice clean cut. Now I'm going to measure it in a few different spots. I noticed when I was cutting it on the miter saw that it would have helped to have lines on these top edges. So I'm going to go 41 and a half here and 41 and a half here. And then to be safe, I'm going to flip it over and I'm just going to measure another 41 and a half. Put measurements as many places as I can so that when I go to position it on the saw, I can feel confident in where I'm cutting. Okay, time to go cut. Let's go out to the snow. I'm gonna put the long piece this direction. It really helps to have that mark. Let's just bring me closer. See, I'm perfectly on that mark. I'm going to push this down. Again, just really make sure everything is flush. Clean cut. Everything's labeled bedroom, bathroom switch plugs, which I still need to put on. What I'm looking for is this. Valance and bench screws and brackets. I'm going to screw them into here first. Then I'll set this on top. Now that's not sitting exactly where I want it. I'm not sure what the problem is. Actually, I do know. This area here needs to be sanded down a little bit to level it out. Just using 180 grit. I'm actually going to go 2 1/4. The reason I'm going 2 1/4 is because the other one is going to be a little bit closer to 2 1/2 or 3. And I want them to be smaller. It'll take the screws without too much trouble. It'll just take a little bit of pressure. And now I don't have to worry about drilling through the top. There we go. And you can see that this is meant to be drilled into a wall. And these screws here are quite short. Yeah, I think it'll bite a little bit. It's not biting really, so there's not really anything for it to grab onto with that short a screw. And this one should be okay. Okay. When you buy shelving, they often give you little dots to put over screw holes. I don't think you can see that, but I'm going to show you. See, they're little dots. And so you can just take them and you just stick them over top of your holes and then it just camouflages it. Got some additional braces that we're going to put on the underside here of this shelf. Okay, one right at this end. That's really improved the sturdiness of that significantly. So I think I'm just going to do 3. What started as a dated RV dinette has come a long way. Between the functional ledges and that updated upholstery, it's become one of the most practical spaces in the trailer. But even with these changes, there was still one thing we wanted to improve. So we are on our very first full trip with this RV. You can see that these were completely redone. I got new foam as well as new fabric from Wayfair, actually. And I'm just going to show you how this tucks in underneath here. And normally what would happen when you put the table down and you want to make a bed is you just drop these existing cushions like this on both sides and you make a bed. But that leaves your back without a cushion. We decided to do something a little different with this space because 1, we have a dog, and 2, we like to sit in the morning and have coffee together, and we don't have a couch. So I got an extra cushion made that we keep under the bed, and it just slides right in here, like so. And you've got your couch.